All right, Nelson, you want the night off? I could take care of it.
No, no, I'm gonna get on. It's just like he needs to stop acting like his party is priority. He has to come here.
What do you
That
mean?
shit has to stop.
All right, hold on.
Like I'm sorry. Like I'm not in the mood to hear no one's shit right now. It's just like
Hey,
Shinwar needs to get on our party. Like if we get on, get in our thing. Like I hate when he does that, man. That shit has to stop.
alrighty. So I have everything pretty much set up. I'm gonna put my monitor on to make sure that the performance doesn't spike too high. All right. So far we have steady performance. I got Infamous running.
See, now I need to turn off my fucking PlayStation. I don't know if I can do that.
Like I said, if you want to take the night off, I can take care of it.
It's fine. It's whatever at this point.
Alright, so
You just turn off the
I'll start the
game.
local recording in a bit.
Game's going off.
How come it's not letting me add to the call?
I don't know. I'm gonna get off the Skype and you can just reconnect
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah,
back
yeah,
then.
yeah. I said it. I said it. So,
Cause my thing is
And
off.
nobody called me. Unbelievable.
yeah, I
Well,
got in late. My phone died. I was having mechanical issues, so it was kind of shitty out there.
there's way too much things going on right now. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm
It's all good. It's all good.
all of a sudden now I have to deal with a fucking issue because now I have the fucking cops calling me saying I stole someone's phone. Like, I don't need
Are
this
you
right now.
serious?
I really don't need this right now. Like, everyone's like, oh, that phone that you got from such and such, the thing is reported stolen, and yo, I don't need to hear this shit right now.
Alrighty. Well, you know what? We'll get through this pretty quick, and then we'll
Why is my camera not working all of a sudden?
alright. So I mean, if
Camera.
the stream is up now, so Nelson, if you wanna double check the because I haven't seen it freeze yet. So and then I was able to achieve everything on one screen. Um, okay.
What's
So,
HD?
oh, you're changing the thingy
Yep.
on the channel. All right.
It's
Alright.
the ninth.
Alright, I got it. Alright. Someone's gonna have to call me back in because my camera's not coming on.
Okay,
So,
no problem. No
call me
problem.
back in.
Yeah, for those who are checking things out live, a little, I had a car issue. And then if I plug in my cell phone to the GPS, it actually knocks out my GPS, so I couldn't charge anything. But that didn't really help me too much. So with that, okay. And why are these people bugging me? Oh man, I gotta stop stressing. Shit happens. Okay, now. That'll probably be a PSA. But the first thing will be that review tech. Oh, not review tech. Angry Joe. I'm mixing these guys up. Unbelievable. Um. Okay. Alright, so. Shinwar, I'll bring up that the fighting game fiasco thingy, that regionals. So that should be good to go.
How do I add him into the call?
Hold on. The plus sign. Go to add people to this call. And then I got it. I take care of them.
All right.
So we are set.
Yeah, apparently my camera's not
No worries.
cooperating, so I'm gonna just leave it off and that'll be it.
No worries. And then I'm gonna start the local recording in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, New Game in Order? This is Alex Lexus, Mugen Kitsuke, on your knees, and Shinwar coming at you. Running a little late because I had a battery issue on my vehicle and just threw everything out of whack. I don't know what was going on electronically, but at least I'm here safe. That's the most important thing. So the mechanic is gonna do their thing. I don't know, probably like a loose wire, but in any case, this is our podcast. So we're back like the Juggernaut bitch. It is the 9th of April 2015, and this is the new gaming order this week in gaming news. All right, so we're gonna go around the table, starting with On Your Knees, Shinwar, and Nelson. Opening remarks as we fire this thing up.
Just want to make everyone aware, Alex has a PSA on his Facebook about how to deal with bears in urban environments, so you make sure to check that out on his Facebook page.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Alright, hey, Shinwar, opening comments, my friend.
It's Thursday. Been looking at a lot of MKX. We'll have it playable and streaming hopefully by tomorrow. So for the Xbox One, not the PS4, but it will be the Xbox One copy. That's pretty much it.
Alright, and Nelson, opening remarks, my friend.
Alright, I'm gonna be as real as possible due to my recent situation today. I am very highly upset, guys, so if you hear me in a very distort mood, that's why. Also, for everyone who's been asking me, do I have MKX? I'm gonna say this for the 15,000th time today. I will not be getting the game due to my personal issues with money. That's the end of that.
Yeah, funding is kind of tight at the moment, but oh, by the way, can one of you guys monitor the chat since
I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Yeah, Slinky Jim wants to give someone 3 bears. I'm not quite sure who he wants to give the bears to, but
you know what? No comment. No comment. But with that, let's get started. New gaming order. First piece of news. Nintendo. Now, I don't know about the rest of the group, but I might be following suit. And, this is in response to Angry Joe, who finally got the message to stop covering Nintendo content. Now, Nintendo really needs to get with the times. Now, Review Tech USA had made a good point. Nintendo and their hierarchy, they are behind the times, man. Their whole thing where, hey, you can't stream our content, we gotta have a little piece of this. And anytime something shows up on Twitch and YouTube and all this other stuff, I mean, hell, Capcom even learned that, hey, you know what, this is free advertisement. EA, Treyarch, these other developers have adapted to the times, and Nintendo, it actually put me off. You know what I mean? Because On Your Knees was going to loan me his Wii U so I can get Hyrule Warriors and stream it. But fuck that. If Nintendo was going to be like that, and this is to you, Iwata, and the rest of the crew, they need to completely get rid of the higher ups, get new, younger, more up to the times, personnel who will say, hey, you know what? This can work for us. And Nintendo's too stupid to realize that all they have done is jaded some people. Now, Review Tech, Angry Joe, I've been mixing them up all day. Angry Joe has one of the biggest YouTubers for what we all do as YouTubers, has gone on to say that, hey, he will not cover Nintendo content because of 60 hours worth of editing video of Mario Party and all that good stuff, and all Nintendo did was smack it with the hammer. I think it's stupid. Use your head, Nintendo. Free advertisement. And nowadays, I remember Sega, Nintendo, Microsoft were saying, hey, it's kind of costly to put ads out. You know what I mean? Why don't you use your consumers to do that for you? Doesn't make any sense, but giving it to the panel. On Your Knees, what are your thoughts on this?
I think we already said this piece before. Nintendo's just being straight up greedy. And I think it's, like you said, it's a bunch of old-timers who aren't quite with the times on how they should be handling their media in the 21st century. As it is, I really wanted to do a lot of Xenoblades material when that comes out, Xenoblades 2. But as it is, I've barely touched my Wii U since I bought it. I mean, you can't get the the what was it the GameCube adapters, so you can play GameCube controllers on there. They're going for like upwards of $200 if you can find them now. And as far as I'm aware, they still haven't put them out. They might have put them out by now, but I'm not really looking to get them at this point. But I got one more game to buy on there, and then I'm done with the console, and possibly depending on what Nintendo does, I'm done with them completely.
Now,
but
yeah, and not to cut you off on your knees. There are other videos of other YouTubers who are saying that the Wii U is kind of dead. What do you think, since you're an owner of that console?
There's about a quarter-inch of dust on mine.
Hey.
Hell, and occasionally my little paddle thing beeps and tells me, "Hey, we got this thing for you," and I'm like, "What am I gonna do?" As it was, I barely played the Mario game. It's like a copy of the Mario 2 American version, but with 4 people at once. But who the hell am I gonna play with? There's no online play for that game.
Yeah.
And I had all shitloads of trouble with lag and playing Smash Brothers. I haven't tried Mario Kart, but it's probably the only thing that's going to work. But I don't like playing it on the big controller.
And it's just sad if Angry Joe, pretty much, and normally he's just like he's supposed to be the Grinch of like reviews and stuff. But if you really think about it, I mean, the guy was only helping Nintendo, and what they did was slap them in the face, gave them their asses, they said, bend over and kiss our ass. We don't care about your efforts and what you've done with your 2 million subscribers. You know what I mean? That was very
They're doing that to everyone, because they're taking either 30 or 40% of your cut, so they're taking 15 to 20%.
With their partnership program, that bullshit.
Yeah, so you get half of what Google pays, and then they take 30 to 40% out of that 50. So they're taking 15 to 20% of your overall ad revenue. And
Nintendo's not really hurting for money. Come on now, you know what I mean?
Well, the way those amiibos are selling, they're not hurting at all.
Yeah,
but that's another thing.
Nintendo,
freaking
get up to the times. You're freaking stupid, morons.
They found a sequel to Pokemon. It's called Amiibo.
No comment. All right, so Shinmore, what are your thoughts on Nintendo being like, stingy with anything, visual content, music, any of their IPs? You show it, bam, you got hit with the fly swatter. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I saw Angry Joe's video on it. He was really upset, and I don't blame him. It's funny how Nintendo is the only company that's really doing this. And it's like, dude, you didn't help him put together the YouTube channel. And you want to take 40%? Like, come on, that's ridiculous. Like, the dude's helping you out, helping your company out, free advertisement for you. But yet, you want to try to take his money. And then when he puts a video up, you're flagging it, you're flagging it. So, he has every right to say, you know what, that's fine. You do this, well then, hey, I'm pulling my videos down. You no longer get no support from me. And he has a strong following. And so these people will do the same. And you're right, Nintendo really needs to get up with the time. You don't see Microsoft doing this because they understand this business model. The people are going to do it for you. And at the same time, when you look at Twitter, like all these actors and musicians are on Twitter because they understand that this business model has changed.
Yes.
It's not
the 80s anymore, because now we're in social media era. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the more connected your systems are, like, okay, the PS4 and the Xbox One can stream to Twitch, Ustream, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? They did that intentionally to get their product name out there. The more that they're hearing about your console, like, hey, this must be a big deal. But Nintendo want to keep everything under the freaking lock and key. You got folks like us who are going to be like, you know what? Screw that company. You can have your Mario, you can have your Zelda, and then when the company tanks, maybe Microsoft and Sony can buy up their IPs and do something right with it. I'm sorry, I just
And now, which Evo was it? I think it was either last year or the year before.
2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Where they tried to pull Smash? That's
they
crazy.
didn't want it streamed. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that was
come on, man. Nintendo, get it together. Update your views and your policies, because you're going to lose old school fanship because like me, I grew up on Nintendo. Nintendo was like, hey, I played Atari and ColecoVision and all that. I was real young, but you know, Nintendo was what really got me into gaming. You know what I mean? And to see that same company pulling this crap, you know what I mean? Sad.
Alex, you can tell the truth. We know you're the first one to play Pong on a TV.
Unbelievable. and then you know what's funny? When you look at Smash at actually any tournament, not just Evo, those numbers be like high, dude.
Mm-hmm. And you know what?
But I guess
I would say this before I give Nelson the floor. When me, Shinwar, and On Your Knees had run some tournaments at the Brunswick Zone here in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, they did have Smash.
The Street Fighter tournament was the hypest tournament there. Obviously, we had KDZ, Mr. Quotes, Marlon Pie show up, and then the second hype tournament was Smash Brothers, and after that was Gears of War. So there's a big following for Nintendo content. You know what I mean? And the fact that hey, Nintendo wants their content viewed a certain way, you know, that's almost like, how can I say, it's like trying to be in a Nintendo Matrix. You have to enjoy our content the way we want you to.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
They're trying to be gatekeepers for their own content.
Yeah, the power is not ours. Then they used to say the power is yours.
Yeah.
The power is not ours.
I thought that was from Captain Planet.
What?
Never mind. Nelson, switch it to Nelson before we shut this particular segment off. What are your thoughts on Nintendo's bullshit?
Well, as what you said, it's complete bullshit. You want to make revenue off of every little thing. So what I'm going to tell you right now, and it's basically everyone's going to know, Nintendo, you will no longer get any credit, any services, or anything spoken about of Nintendo till you fix your actions from New Gaming Order. Because you're downright sitting and being so fucking greedy when we make 1/10 of $1 on YouTube running these ads and commercials and monetization when you get probably within the thousands back from all these people showing your content on Twitch, showing them on live TV whenever the hell there is a stupid commercial. And if it wasn't for us, if it wasn't for Angry Joe, if it wasn't for all the top Nintendo streamers out there, you guys wouldn't have fucking publicity right now.
Yes, you need your consumers to say good things and put the word out. You know what I mean? Because back then, I would say from the original NES era, Super Mario 3, I think that was the best-selling Mario game at that time or in that era. All right, I don't think anything had generated as much buzz as Super Mario 3, and it was all word of mouth.
Yeah, that is true.
It actually had to do with that movie, The Wizard.
Yeah, that too.
That whole movie was a commercial for Super Mario 3.
And Double Dragon and Ninja Gaiden and a couple other things, you know. But like, as far as like Super Mario, I mean, damn. Now imagine if a game like The Wizard were to come out now, what Nintendo would do to it? It would be butchered to high hell. I mean, it wouldn't even. Okay, Fred Savage and that kid, I forget who was in it, but
Yo, The Wizards, I remember that movie.
Imagine that movie could not exist today with Nintendo's practice.
Well, that whole thing had Nintendo behind the whole thing, so it would just be a massive commercial again for their new content.
The Power Glove, yo, I remember that.
Unbelievable.
That's true. But it's like I said before, if by any chance of any of us on New Gaming Order like company side, if we do manage to show Nintendo stuff, it will only be on twitch.tv, which will be now considered exclusive content. You will no longer see anything related to Nintendo, whether if it's rants, topics, or whatever so forth of Nintendo, because they're not taking the whole fame and glory. And mind you, I said 1/10 of $1 within monetization. By the time we hit maybe 20 plus weeks, we'll probably be able to make that actual full dollar out of monetization. But yet Nintendo wants 40% of that, so I'm not even getting 1/10 anymore.
Wow, they pretty much stuck a syringe in their user base that you know, YouTubers and for those who are making a living off of this, man, I feel bad for them. But you know what? New Gaming Order, like I said, me and Nelson as like the executors we're gonna boycott Nintendo on YouTube. Done. Done story.
Yeah,
It will be exclusive to the Twitch channel only. So when Gokin resurfaces, or if he resurfaces, or when On Your Knees does do content, it will be on our Twitch only. We're not giving Nintendo any more DAP until you freaking fix your practices, because
Fix it.
Yeah, that is not cool.
Yeah, because you can easily make way more money. You can make way more popularity if you just do what the 99.9% of other companies are doing. I mean, come on. Angry Joe brought up a good point that you sit there and you bitch and complain about the bad practices of EA, and you angrily write messages on their forums, on their Twitters, and email accounts. But anything that Nintendo comes up, like, oh
it's
no,
okay. It's okay.
Quiet. Nintendo's around the corner, yo. They're gonna sue us. Shh.
And you know what? I don't give a damn that Nintendo's legacy, their history, and their contribution to gaming history, I mean, I don't care about all that. It's about right now. You know what I mean? Because Nintendo's been fucking up for the longest. You know what I mean? And with the Wii, the original Wii being such a success because it was off of a gimmick, and Nintendo starts smelling themselves and like, hey, we don't need nobody. You know what I mean? But you know what? Nintendo, y'all looking real fucked up. Take a look at Capcom and how they're suffering from bad ideas, bad practices, dislike content, and you see how they're hurting and how they hemorrhage financially. So hopefully, whoever is up there, and I don't care, like, I think we're just a small YouTube podcast, but I'm going in on Nintendo today, just like me and Anomaly used to do. Nintendo, get your shit together, because all you're doing is alienating your fan user base who, hey, I like Nintendo stuff. Let me share what I've done on here. Oh, you can't do that. What? No, you gotta be kidding me. If I'm playing Xenoverse with Shinwar and Mugen, you know what I mean? And we're putting like, hey, we're doing double and triple team Kamehamehas, and then, Bandai Namco comes out like, hey, you can't show that to anybody. For real? No. Sorry. Point blank period.
Yeah, then you might as well just take streaming, just remove streaming altogether then.
Yeah, how dare Nintendo like try to have a lock and key on how we share our experiences? It's like video game jail, broadcasting jail. You know what I mean? And what's the crime? Oh, you showed our stuff. Please.
Well, then again, it just resorts for people to make their own websites and just putting all their videos on Flash embedded players. Same thing on what people are now doing. If you don't seem to realize, there's a lot of fake Facebook accounts. And what people do is they take their content and they upload it as a micromedia Flash embed player video on Facebook. Then they re-rip it off so they can have that encoding and directly put it onto their website so Nintendo can get no profit off of it.
Hey, you know what? Brother Nelson told y'all what to do. So with that, New Game in Order, we're gonna bring this particular segment to an end. There was a lot of feeling coming out of me with that, but because I grew up with Nintendo and I'm disappointed with them. The way that they're handling themselves, and we're gonna follow suit. Boycott on YouTube until they get it together. But any final comments on from the panel before we take an intermission?
So, how much of your Sony hate are you channeling towards Nintendo now?
Unbelievable.
Matter of fact, Sony, I had my issues, but believe it or not, I've been supporting them a lot more. And because of what Nintendo's doing, pumping a lot more. There's money I had saved just in case Nintendo got it together for the Wii U, so that I can put stuff into it. But not even the Nintendo NX is gonna bring me back. Nintendo, we're going on to the next topic. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Those who checked out last week's segments, we saw some good numbers, especially with the Xbox Slim video. Thank you very much to Full Screen for partnering with us, and we'll be back. For our YouTube folks, make sure you check out the other segments, and we'll go into intermission. So we'll see you later. Peace. Alright, local recording has stopped. Now, the fighting game community issue, we're gonna hit that one next. So Shinwar, Nelson, we're ready for that one. Chris, I know you probably weren't checking that one out, but you will be able to chime in once Nelson and Shinwar bring some stuff into the fray. All
right, that's
What
fine.
is this? Is this the whole
the NorCal regional things?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that's like all talked about for no apparent reason just because of one fuck up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start the local recording. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, let's get ready to. We're back like the Juggernaut bitch. This is Alex Lexus, New Gaming Order staff. On your knees, Shinwar, and co-producer Nelson. And we're hitting you with our next topic. Now, fighting game community fans. Apparently there was a big boo-boo, snafu, mishap at a major tournament. Now, I'm gonna give Shinwar the introduction, spotlight for this, and we'll give our thoughts. So, Shinwar, take it away.
All right, so last weekend there was a major tournament out in North Cal called North Cal Regional 2015, short NCR. I will refer it to NCR from here on out. So they were going through Ultra Street Fighter 4 tournament, and I believe they got to top 8, and they ran the first 2 matches. I can't think about who the first 2 matches were, and go through it smoothly. Was it 2 or 3, Nelson? Was the first 3, or was it the first 2 before they recognized the error?
It was the full winners. The full winners bracket, and then they got to the first losers, and then they realized it.
Okay.
So it was 4 matches before that.
Right. So, and we get to Snake Eyes versus Ricky Ortiz, and I forgot who it was that noticed it, but they noticed Snake Eyes' green hand was going the further distance. In an Ultra version 1.04, they shortened his distance with his green hand, so that's how they noticed they were playing the wrong version. So with that, the TOs and whoever the judges were decided to run top 8 back from the beginning. Now my gripe with that is 2 things. We're on the East Coast. Now, okay, when you're in top 8, it switches from best of 2 out of 3 to 3 out of 5. These matches run long, so they're on the West Coast, they're 3 hours behind, and it's already late here on the East Coast. So I'm like, dag, I gotta go to work in the morning, whatever. I'm trying to stay up as much as possible to watch it, but either way, that's fine. Now, who was it? Justin Wong versus who did he fight? Gamer B. Now, in the first set of matches, he won. They switch over to 1.04. He beat him. Okay, fine. So it looks like consistently, no matter what the version was,
Wong still won.
Justin Wong still won, right? So the next one of the next rounds, I'm probably going out of order, but there was Kazunoko, who's a Japanese player, real good player with Yun. And he fought Knuckle from Florida, who was a well-known Gao player, probably second to Dominion. So when their first set of matches before the switchover was a crazy match. They had a double DQ. It was crazy. And Kazunoko beat Knuckle Dude. Okay, fine. So when they switch over to 1.04, obviously they fought again. Knuckle Dude won. Now, regardless with Yun, I felt bad for Kazunoko because you can see the look in his face after the match was over. Like, dag, I can't believe I replayed this. You know what I'm saying? And Alex had brought this up when we spoke about it. He was like, when you fight somebody and you get another chance, you can see patterns and you download them or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
I feel like the winners they should have, I guess, refuted and like, no, we're not gonna do this. Now whatever, and if that's the
it's like an unfair advantage because it's like you already play tested them, or you had like a good scouting of that person's habits.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you put it right back. It's like, okay, you know what? If they didn't adapt quickly enough during the fight, and then it's like, okay, now I got a rematch. Oh, how me and Shinwar is unbelievable. I want our rematch. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So if you know that this person likes to, we're fighting Hastings CJ, and I found out, okay, he likes to do standing uppercuts with Cody. You
Shots
can't,
fired.
yeah, you can't jump in. And if it was a tournament setting and I lost to that initially, all right, hey, I lost. I'll come back better. But to get that right around the corner, a quick rematch like that, and it's not fair, so to speak, to all parties involved because now they got the intel. You
Right.
know?
And quickly PR Raw tweeted during that whole debacle that they were using his Xbox, which was updated to version 1.4 on Friday and Saturday. So between Saturday and Sunday at that point in time, the consoles got switched.
Now, who did?
Hey, nobody knows. I don't know. Nobody knows.
So,
But just to close my part out, I just thought it was kind of crazy. Like, it should have just, if they needed to redo, it should have just started off with Ricky Ortiz and Snake Eyes' match. When you look at football or anything, if the ref makes a bad call, okay, he makes a bad call. The
and
game keeps going.
they don't replay the game.
You're not gonna restart the game from the from the very
I've
beginning.
never seen that in the NBA, NFL, MLB that they stop the game because you know what? The ref called it a certain way. You know, I mean, that all they can do is complain about it after the fact and then fix it next time. You know,
Right.
but to the ones that did advance, I don't think that's fair to them. And let's say if it was like Smash Brothers and there was a patch or something and somebody didn't do their part, then the tournament organizers, whoever swapped that console, I think something shady was going on, and they should have some sort of committee or investigate that because it seems that how is it PR Rog said, hey, my system was updated. Who swapped it? Why did they swap it? There was no reason to, right?
And right. No, I agree with you. And another thing is, NCR is a major, and I believe it's part of the Capcom Pro Tour. So now,
Question the
Capcom
legitimacy of the organizers and
right. It's not like some rinky-dink tournament held around a corner with like 10 people.
Mhm.
No, this is a major. So. Yeah, I just thought that was pretty messed up, and honestly, I really felt bad for Kazunoko because he played his heart out in that first set, him and Knuckle do.
All right.
So, but it is what it is.
Okay, so to give on your knees just a second to chat on this, like, do you think it's fair if they run a tournament, Smash Brothers or whatever, right? You're already advanced. They're already deep into the tournament, and they're like, oh, no, we have to do this segment of the tournament again. Do you think that's fair to all parties involved?
The people that won, I mean, if you're a loser, I'm sorry, Chris, real quick, if you lost, you're happy. You're like, oh, shoot, I get another chance. But you won. It's like, yo, okay, I just beat this guy. Like,
it sounds like someone fucked up bad. This is kind of like the casinos suing the players because they made a mistake. Which just happened the other day. Some people had to return their money in AC, like 1.3 million or something, because they didn't shuffle the decks right.
What?
Yeah, that was came out this week, the court decision for that. But back
so
on
wait. So their winnings, they had to give it back to the casino.
There was like 20 players. They won 1.3 million between all of them, and they have to return it because the casino didn't shuffle the cards properly.
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, so
it's you know what? They shouldn't have to give that back when it was their fuck up.
Yeah, so the
same thing
same
with these winners. Like, they shouldn't have to give up their, those who lost after winning initially. No. I'm like, hey, I won. I did this.
You gotta check they gotta check their own rules for the tournaments if a mistake like that happens, so it's the proper procedure. Especially, this is a major. This is officially sponsored by Capcom or someone, right?
Yeah.
Are you serious, Chris? They had to give all that money back.
Yeah, so the same thing applies there. You can, with this though, you can actually go to you can go to Capcom because I'm sure there's rules on how these sort of things should be handled, and it probably wasn't handled the right way to have it rolled back. It's just like, I'll make another allusion. It was the '82 Olympics, where the Russian basketball team was given 3 tries to sink a basket. They kept rolling the clock back and gave it 3 chances to win, to the point where, that's a big thing. Look up Russian basketball team wins Olympic Olympic
We'll put it in the
finals.
links below for the
But
YouTube.
that was in the 80s where they got three. The refs were essentially they were European refs, so there's a lot of corruption with European judges with that sort of thing.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, they rolled the clock back to the point where a lot of those Olympic players, if they're ever given the medal posthumously, it's in their will to deny the medals.
Wow.
Right.
Unbelievable. Good
Yeah,
point,
so-
Chris. Good point. You know?
So this is just all in the tournament organizers. You know, it sucks for the players. I think Alex is right. They should have said, no, I'm not doing this again. You fucked up. Why should I be penalized?
Yeah.
So that's on them.
Yeah.
And, you know, I probably wouldn't have walked out, especially if there was prize money at stake, because if you walk out, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
most people are going to think you're a little bitch for walking out, even though it's probably the right thing to do in this case.
Yeah.
But
You know what? Thank you, Chris. You brought in some very, very good analogies for that situation.
Yeah, the best thing they could probably do is keep filing complaints with Capcom. It's probably the best thing they could do at this point.
Honestly,
or whoever.
Capcom, since it's a Capcom thing, and being that Capcom has sided with Sony for certain games in terms of fighters, Capcom and Sony should take that responsibility out of the hands of the tournament organizers. And you know,
Well,
maybe my knowledge is shallow, but whoever provided those consoles, I don't think they should be doing it anymore. It should be Capcom or Sony produce the consoles. You make sure that QA.
No. Well, I think this was.
You gotta consult the rules.
That was
for this.
360. If I'm not mistaken, it was 360.
Okay, yeah, I mean, whoever, regardless of the console, whoever like was sponsoring and doing all that, just like when when NMO was under King of the Couch for a little while with the partnership with GameStop, they provided the consoles. You know what I mean? And it was up to us to make sure, hey, you know what, boom, updates, this and that.
Someone's got to check the rule book on how these sort of things should have been handled. Is the
Right.
first thing.
Because that sounds like it was I'm sorry, Chris. It just sounds like there was a last minute thing. Like, oh shoot, what do we do? And then it was like, oh well, just run it back. Like, I don't think there was a specific
WWE
rule.
Triple H trying to do damage control and fix things, But in essence, I don't think it was fair. Atlantic City was wrong for asking for that money back when it was their people who messed up, and the same thing happens with this tournament organizer. So for time's sake, Nelson, what are your thoughts on what the fuck up with NorCal Regional?
Well, I'm just gonna be as blunt as possible. I don't give two fucks because it's not my issue, it's their problem. And for all the people who won, this is how I see it. If you won your match first time around, you should be strong enough to do it again. And if you lost, just like how Kazunoko did, he apparently just gave up. He didn't expect to play.
He probably was
again.
spent. He's probably was spent. Like, oh man.
Okay, but the thing is, everyone replay their matches. It's not just him.
Yeah, I
The
get
whole world does not revolve around Kazunoko. So, in my honest opinion, people feel bad for him. He got what was coming to him, honestly, because he thought he was all high
how do we
shit.
know he didn't know that was coming to him? You know
No
what I mean?
one did. No one did.
Yeah, so
None
it's
of
not
the
fair
8
to
players.
say that he got what was coming to him.
No, it is because look. So you're telling me that you would rightfully say, "All right, you guys won your matches. Let's just start from losers." So you're basically shutting out the people who lost when they could have probably had a better advantage with that applied patch update. That's why I was kind of glad that they restarted the whole thing and then you just leave it in limbo, because then you would have made it a worse situation. Because then all the people who lost, they'd be like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, oh, now they get to just start from where they're at, and what happened if I could have won my match? So Justin won his match in a double repeat. Kazunoko won one and lost one, and Uncle Do took it, the other one. You had Smug versus Daigo. No.
It was Smug Punko.
Well, Smug won against Punko.
He beat him twice.
Yeah, Daigo won his match, of course, and then he ended up taking the whole thing. And then people was like, "Oh, this shit is fixed. Daigo should have never won that. Gamer B should have won," and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I don't care. It's just what it is. One, I'm just gonna be realistic because of the way how I'm in my mood today. The FGC is not organized. They're not esports. They're not in a major collaboration. These are all random people trying to come together to try to bring something to the people, okay? Capcom is not officially organized when it comes to tournaments. All right, so here's what could have happened. You could have not brung in your consoles and not have to worry about a priority of things getting switched out, and it would be up to the person such as Capcom or whoever's running the event, the NCR. So that has to go to
that's what I was saying.
One of the pro players that was running the tournament, and then on top of that, there was more things that was happening at NCR. I don't know if anyone knows this, but of course I'll open my big mouth because I don't care. Spooky got half of his equipment stolen that same night.
Unbelievable.
And no one wanted to do nothing about it. And apparently they kept it in the room, and where they had to lock up all the equipment in storage, and 2 arcade sticks and something else just got wiped out. Probably some hopeless ass person that thought they wasn't gonna make it that far in the tournament just ran in and just swooped the shit. So there was a whole bunch of problems happening at that day. So all in all, yeah, you guys need to fix your shit, because now you're gonna even be looked at more as a very unorganized TOs in the future.
Yeah, things are in question now. You know, it's like, okay, can we trust these guys to make sure that they're running a steady baseline for standards and double checking and so on and so forth? I mean, now it's just for next year, folks are gonna have to double check and say, hey, let's make sure the version is right.
Well, the thing is, it's not even next year. I mean, if you have another tournament in the next following month, actually, you have one this Saturday that I'm going to. So now I'm gonna like be the dummy that I am, be like, yo, what version is that? Because I'm not gonna play anything if it's 1.3.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then
so instead of button check, version check, is that something that they need to add?
Yep, they're gonna have to do that every time when someone comes on the screen. That everyone gets to have their one chance to go to the options, go to the buttons, and when you back out from there, it tells you the version on the bottom of the right hand corner.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
People's gonna have to start doing that. You guys really did fuck up, because not only did you make a lot of people mad, now you're gonna discourage the people who did win their matches and end up losing to not come onto your tournament event ever again, such as Kazunoko. He might not come back because of that. So, hey, shit happens. You guys lost. You guys won. Did what you had to do. Congrats to Daigo as usual, because he always seems to be winning. And
okay, with that being said, we're gonna bring this segment to a close.
Before you close, it was the 1972 Olympics for the basketball.
Dang.
All right, a bit of history for our audience. So with that, we're gonna bring this segment to a close. Make sure you check out our first segment on the YouTube for our YouTube audience. Those who are watching live, you're getting the director's cut, all the intermediate stuff, and we'll go on from there. But with that, we're out like the Juggernaut bitch for YouTube on this segment. Our live audience, make sure you stick with us, and we'll be back for the next segment. Peace.
The recording off?
Yes.
Yeah, so for that casino thing, I got that up to was $1.5 million for mini Baccarat, which I guess is just small scale Baccarat. Instead of 10,000 hand, it's probably a couple hundred a hand.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah,
Wow.
So what happened was that the casino used quote unquote pre-shuffled decks that weren't pre-shuffled. And when the players caught, and when the players caught on, it's essentially like counting cards, because you know what cards are coming. All right, it just played the 2 of hearts, so I know it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could bet accordingly.
Oh my goodness.
So that's why they want so much money. They know, okay, the dealer's going to get these 2 cards as long as these people all do this, you know, and they just take turns winning. Or they could all win, especially if they know what the dealer's going to get.
Okay.
all right, just to let this be also known, Shin Takuma wants to get in. That is not happening because you came way too late asking me to join on the show. We're almost in like the third topic. Miss your chance, bro. Yeah, wait till next Thursday. I'm sorry. Not gonna stop. Just to add you to the call and fluctuate things. Should have thought about that earlier.
We gotta start on time or closer. I mean, today was my fault because of my car issue.
I mean, yeah, but like I said, if he wanted to be on, he could have been like, hey, it's 7 o'clock, can I join? Not 9:12 at night.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, come Come on,
I,
this makes sense.
for the anime folks, the Dragon Ball Goku form and Vegeta form that I wanted to do some anime comic talk real quick.
Oh boy, not this. Oh my god, I already screamed on someone today because of that.
Okay, good. Let's bring that fire. I'm about to start the local.
Was this the thing where they have blue hair now or something?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't read that. So where the
No,
hell?
we'll get.
No, I want to look at the pictures so I can get angry too.
All right.
Well, it's all over
it's on the
Facebook and all over.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find. I saw it
It's all
earlier.
over the internet.
Yeah, Shinwar put it actually. Or who put it on the Facebook?
It should be Shinwar.
Oh, that's
I didn't put it on the new Game in Order site.
Nah.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Chris, just on Google put blue hair Goku.
And this is Akira Toriyama.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy, unbelievable.
I feel so angry about that. To be real with you,
When we get the local recording, we'll handle.
That's really that's like a spit in my face.
Wait,
like,
we'll get it. We'll get it. So while Chris is doing that, I'm gonna start the local recording in 3, 2, 1. We back like the Juggernaut bitch. New Gaming Order. Alex, Lexus, Nelson, New Gaming Order staff, On Your Knees, and Shinwar back for our next topic, which is comics and anime related. So most of you have been, licking your chops and doing like Brother Railman with the clanging the spoon and forks together, time to eat. Shout out to Railman. Apparently, Akira Toriyama, there's a leak on a supposed new form for Vegeta and Goku. Now, we had talked about how we were like, okay, you got Gold Frieza or Golden God Frieza or whatever they're gonna call it. It's just a simple palette swap. Akira Toriyama is kind of staying safe, like with these transformations. He's not really redesigning anything. He's just changing colors. Now, it was leaked, and I put it on the New Gaming Order Facebook, where it showed like these action figures with Vegeta and Goku with blue hair. Now, I had Shinwar and I were talking while I was at work. Maybe this is Super Saiyan God level 2 or something. Like, you got red hair, now blue hair. Maybe next time it'll be orange hair. Who knows? Green hair. I don't know. But the form, we don't know how they're going to achieve this. Is this as a result of Whis and Beerus's training? But, people are having their issues with it. Nelson wasn't too happy with, he was saying he went off on somebody earlier, for those who are watching the director's cut. But with that, I'm going to give Shinwar the floor first, Nelson and On Your Knees. But Shinwar, shed some light on this Goku level.
Right. So when I seen the image, immediately I thought about, well, it's just Super Saiyan 1 hairdo with a tint of like blue and white. So obviously it's a form I'm pretty sure achieved from the training with Whis. And then obviously, but there's before I say that, there was actually an image of the poster where Vegeta had the blue aura and Goku had the red aura. And I know a lot of people weren't fans of the Super Saiyan God form, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like Akira Toriyama really, honestly, just makes stuff up and doesn't care about the previous work that he's done. The Super Saiyan forms, the original ones with the golden hair, is so iconic.
Yes. It represented fire. It's like, a burst of energy, flame, and it kind of cooled it down with a cooler color for their hair, It's kind of weird.
Right.
Yeah,
so, okay, this new form or whatever, I don't know how he gets it. It just looks like, and me and you talked about this, Alex, maybe it's like the ascended form of Super Saiyan God form. I don't know. Nobody knows. And
Actually,
honestly,
I just found something on that.
Okay.
It's allegedly going to be officially called the Super Saiyan God SS.
So
Really?
it's probably the Super Saiyan form
of the Super Saiyan God.
Now you see,
God,
you know
I
what? When Goku got the help to get to Super Saiyan God, that must have been just that new level
That's
of
the
power.
base
That's the
form,
base
right.
form.
That's
so
the base
that's
form.
probably the Super Saiyan version of that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
so,
that's what they're making it sound like.
So
But he's going to
one-
use that to battle the new Frieza form.
Now here's the
Right.
thing: if Vegeta achieves this, like, does he skip Super Saiyan God and go straight to that?
No. He'll become a Super Saiyan God. They said that.
Uh-huh.
That's already a given that he'll become a Super Saiyan God in this film. But that clearly means that Vegeta finally closes the gap and catches up to Kakarot.
Ew. Shinmar's a fan.
I don't like the series, but the thing with Akira Toriyama, once again, he writes stuff and doesn't think about his past material. Like, you can't.
You know what Akira Toriyama needs to do? Okay, use his Dragon Ball characters, but do a brand new story, not connected to the current universe. So this way he has freedom to do whatever the hell he wants, because he's like an artist that's just like you know. You don't care. What the heck?
But honestly, I think what he's trying to do now is establish the movie continuity, and start the movie continuity universe, because I think me and Nelson was talking about this. The rumor has it is after this movie we go into the 12 other gods in the universes.
That's kind
So-
of interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm just honestly, I want to see the movie, but this new form, it's alright. But
Okay.
I don't want to forget my beloved original Super Saiyan form because it's so iconic.
Yeah. And I'm still mad at how Super Saiyan 3 just got shat on in the first Battle of Gods movie. So, but with that, on your knees, you want to go?
Well, I think he went with blue. I had to refresh myself on some science. The apparent blue flames are always hotter than than yellow flames. So like a blue star burns hotter than a yellow star. So I think that's what he was going for. It's supposed to signify that it's more powerful, but
That's not. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. With some scientific facts for you guys.
scientifical.
Yes. You know what I mean.
Unbelievable.
You and your English. It's not my first language.
Oh, what? You've been speaking it since you've been 5. What are you complaining about?
Actually,
I only been speaking English since I was 12. Come on now.
You know what? And continue.
Unbelievable.
Shut up.
But yeah, it doesn't really. It just doesn't stand out like the old one does.
Yeah. Because of the color. Because
it's too. It looks too. I want to cool as, and it's not. It doesn't really stand out.
But you know what? That gold, when he first went Super Saiyan 1 against Frieza, it just represented pure power, yo.
yeah, flash, like burst, energy, like the sun.
Well, they could have gone with. They could have made his hair like a white with maybe a slightly yellow tinge.
Yeah, like Supersonic from Sonic the Hedgehog. When you had Sonic, Supersonic, and then Hypersonic, where it flashed white and gold, as opposed to just staying gold. You know, so they could have done it like that too, but it's I don't know. It remains to be seen. We'll wait till we get to see the movie to fully make a judgment on it. You know, but this is just speculation for our anime fan base. So just covering another manga topic. So Nelson, to wrap us up, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's a wasteful idea because one, if that was the case, you should have just made these 1997 knockoffs that I would get from the mom and pop shops when I used to live in some part of Brooklyn, and you can find a whole packaging with 12 figurines for I believe about $9, and they all had different color hairs. You had Goku as a Super Saiyan with blue hair, same thing with Vegeta, and then Trunks had green, and then you had so on. This idea has already been ripped off eons ago. I don't think it's going to the point where they're like, oh, blue signifies it's hotter, it's a stronger color. I did think that you guys are fucking lazy. You're going backwards to something that was OD copied from the original figurines that you had. He said, you know what? Fuck it. Just give them a new color. It's new anyways, right? They haven't seen this
Nelson,
in the anime
you're saying
before.
that Akira Toriyama has become lazy.
Yes.
You know what? With that Frieza thing, I was like, yo, I thought I was gonna see spikes and him
And
get buffed.
then another thing to add on to that, look at the color palette correctly. Like, really look at Frieza's color palette. You telling me they did not rip that same color palette off from Super Saiyan Baby from Dragon Ball GT? Come on, son. Y'all motherfuckers are getting lazy. I ain't stupid either. Y'all better do something.
Hey, he brought Red Hook style. Dang.
Hey, come
All
on. I sit there. I can even, you know what? Not today. Probably when I get my shit together, probably like in the next 3 days, I will videotape the figurine that I am speaking about so you know I'm not bullshitting nobody. I will bring all 5 figurines with the blue hair, the purple hair, the green hair, the silver hair, all that. And I'll show you this shit's been done years ago. And they're just going back to an old ass idea.
Okay. Now, with that being said, any alibis before we get ready to switch to the next topic?
Alibis? You gonna commit some crimes, Alex?
No, that's a military thing. Like, if you had anything extra to add that you forgot.
Well, you're talking to 2 guys that have no military experience.
Unbelievable. It's just a part of my person. I'm sorry. But with that, New Gaming Order, we're gonna...
You're not sorry, Alex. Don't lie.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let me stop. But New Gaming Order, we're gonna bring this topic to a close. Any of our anime, manga fans, leave your comments and thoughts below. You know, and anything that you want us to cover, where it's like Cowboy Bebop or Devil May Cry, or you know, anything, you know, anime related. You know, leave some suggestions so that Nelson and the panel can do some research for you guys. All right. So with that being said, we're going into intermission. Make sure you check out the other segments. For those who are watching us on Twitch and getting the director's cut, hang with us as we pick our next topic, and we'll see you on the next part. Peace.
While we're on intermission, Nelson, did you get MKX, the mobile game?
I don't have an iPhone.
What happened to you? No, I mean, well, your iPad though.
Don't have an iPod. I'm telling you, due to my personal situation that just recently happened, I might not have much money left over after this.
You sold your iPad?
Yeah, I had to. I got no choice.
So I wish I had extra for an iPad.
I got no choice right now. Like right now, I'm in this stupid crisis where I showed Alex the shitty bootlegged phone that I got sent to me in the goddamn mail. Now all of a sudden I'm hearing that phone is considered stolen. I don't need this issue right now, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offline. You gotta fill me in on the details. But the next topic is going to be VR crossing the line when it comes to gaming. On Your Knees is gonna lead that topic, and
why do I gotta lead it?
Because
just because you're afraid to say it's VR porn. Come on now.
Wait, VR porn?
Yeah, virtual reality porn.
No.
Wait. Is it on the face?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
Wait, where? Where is it? I don't see it.
All right, if you look, I posted the sources from Kotaku, and you see these 2 girls in blue dresses.
I really don't see that.
It's on there. I'm looking at it right now.
It's from April 6th.
I see the selfie thing. I see the Call of Duty. I see first gameplay of Conquer.
It's well below that. It's a few days
the
old.
other ones are just PSAs.
Few days. Oh, VR porn has made some. Okay.
Yeah, so it is very not safe for work once you get past the first picture.
Yeah, well, that's why I just put the. Never mind. But we're just gonna talk about it in brief. And you know, I'll start the local recording.
Okay, so he getting it in, touching the breast. Let's go.
Right.
Well, I gotta find out what the hell companies I'm talking about here. So give me, while you start it up, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on it, but you know, the director's cut's gonna be some interesting.
Considering I'm gonna mention another peripheral that's available for this type of thing.
Oh no.
What? You want me to lead it? You gotta follow where I take it.
Okay. I trust you, man. I trust you, man.
I don't think you probably should.
This segment is probably gonna get a lot of views because it's just controversial, you know. But
I don't know. This seems like this has been already spoken about. Like, not to burst anyone's bubble, but a lot of people were speaking about this during the anime days when Ghost in the Shell came out.
Yeah, but now it's possibly becoming a reality. So it just But you know what? I'll start the local recording and kind of do like the intro, and then we'll go on from there.
Yo, this guy's going in on her breast, yo. Oh, he dead ass going in.
Shut up,
For
Nelson.
real. Like he's sitting there poking and smudging the shit out of that.
Unbelievable.
How the hell do you say that company name? Vayview?
I don't know.
Vayvave?
I don't know.
I think
Microsoft.
is-
I don't know.
No.
What?
Yeah,
He said
Vayvave
Microsoft.
Limited, I think.
All right, new
Vayvave
gaming order.
Limited.
We are starting this local recording for this next topic, which on your knees is
Yo.
I have been
he is
nominated by
going-
Alex to lead this topic.
He
so
is
you can blame
going
him.
in
All
on
right,
that.
okay.
Hey,
Here's-
Nelson, you...
Okay, new gaming order fans for YouTube. During the intermission, we had a good laugh in reference to virtual reality when it comes to.
Pornography. Just
Yes.
say it, Alex. Pornography.
Shut up. But the thing here is, you know, there's an audience for it. People will pay for this stuff. You know, as expensive as it may turn out to be for the technology, but you know, apparently there's a company that came up with VR where you had this dude, as Nelson was saying on the intermission, this dude was going in, you know, well, at least with breasts, so to speak. So I hope that neither Sarkeesian doesn't flip her shit over like, hey, you can't do that, and how come it's women? Why can't they have guys and nobody wants?
I'm pretty sure they will, you know, make
Yeah,
that
they'll
sort
have
of
guys.
adjustment.
I'm sure they'll have guys at some point.
Okay, but on your knees, shed some light on this, and you know,
Well,
I'll try not to
I-
laugh.
I
I,
went-
can't believe
I
they
went-
went this route.
well, I went to this company's website. There's next to nothing on it. I really didn't dig too deep though. They claim to be like a what is it? We are at the cutting edge of digital and analog human replication. Our goal is to create more enjoyable and pleasurable artificial liaisons.
Well, that basically clearly explains what they're doing.
Yeah. But otherwise, I didn't really dig too deep on the website, but because it doesn't look like there's much. But the company's called Vayvave. It's Veivieve. There's an article on the Facebook page with definitely not safe for work links, which looks pretty accurate for the most part.
I couldn't
in
watch it
terms
at
of-
work or read it, you know. So.
Well, that's what the 3G 4G data is for on your phone. This way you don't get caught leeching off your network at work.
Yeah. Well, continue.
You know, that's why you got to get unlimited data. But you know, this is the future, especially when they already have peripherals for your PC where it doesn't work for all videos, but they have devices that are, you know, for vibrators for women, and they have something that
Oh
looks like
my
a
God.
mechanical fleshlight for men, where you put your dick in and it emulates what's going on screen.
Yeah.
So
I
there
heard
are-
about the flashlight. Isn't it something you plug into the like an iPad
Well,
or?
there's fleshlight. It's just a masturbation tool. You know, it's a jerk sleeve. You put your dick in it, you lube it up, and you just jerk off. But
Wait a minute. But now they're merging that with VR, right? So
Yeah,
what
there's
if
already-
HoloLens start using this crap?
well, no, I'm just saying there's already a peripheral where there's a mechanical thing in there where it's essentially working your dick to the video.
You know what? No comment. You know, I'm gonna keep this one short. Nelson, what are your thoughts? Oh, matter of fact,
This is what happens when I get picked to lead a topic.
Well, see, I don't mind going next. I'm gonna just say it like it is. We do have people out there that this will market for them. I mean, for anyone that is into an anime, if you guys know about Ghost in the Shell, this has already been done. And also, I am pretty sure, 100% sure, that Japan already has something like this. That what they're doing, where you go into they call it a parlor, okay? And you go in there, you pick out what kind of setting you want, whether if you want it on the beach, whether if you want it in like a hotel room within a hotel room, do you want to be in space, you know, whatever. And you pick the setting and
In
you
space?
pick, yeah, trust me, it's a little weird. And you pick whatever girl you wanted to be with, and they have a list of celebrities or a list of fake actors or whatever from cartoons, and they put on the goggles and shit, and they have stimulating sensors all over their body, like literally all over, and they get pleasured.
you
So
know what that reminds me of? Demolition Man. Remember, Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone put on these little head visor sensor things or
Shit, I
whatever.
wasn't even thinking that. That's a good
Yeah,
reference.
yeah. It reminds me of that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
this is taken into like a whole nother level. I'm talking about like your senses are in tune to what you're visually seeing within these like little pods or parlors, as what they call it in Japan. And like I said, there's a big market for this. I mean, think
they're
about it.
going too far. I think.
You're like, let's say, we'll use Alex as an example. You
Why you
know,
gotta use me as an
as
example?
as old as he is, you know, he might not have time to be going to on dates and stuff like that. So he'll probably hit up the parlor, and be like, "Hey, I want to fuck Janet Jackson. All right, put me in for 2 hours." And he gets his shit on
Leave
with
me
Janet
out of this. And
Jackson.
you know, some people, because of what you just said, if they can like live in this fantasy, like virtually, you know what I mean? It's just
I know, I know, like
somebody put a
five
Jennifer
people.
Love Hewitt or Vanessa Blue or freaking whomever they're to their heart's content, and they
Well, we just know your favorite two would be Kate and Ashley Olsen from the early Full House days.
negative.
God damn.
I'm 225 pounds. I need massive potemic buster weight, so I'll just leave that out.
Oh, hold
Well,
on. So you need
you're
someone to sit
put-
on your face? Is that what you're telling me? You need a
You know
squat?
what? All right, all right, all right.
I think
You know,
I think he's saying he needs a woman of larger size to take what he has to offer.
That's what I'm saying. He needs someone that.
this is a gaming related show. All right, unbelievable.
Well, first off,
You're-
we're not showing, nor are we showing any video of this actual content.
No,
So we
I
can
know, but
speak
you
about
know
it.
what? You know what? All right, Shinwar, do you think technology is going too far? I'll just leave it at that, so we can wrap up.
In regards to that, I do. I think it's just another way to bring perversion right to your doorstep. I'm not about that life, so I don't agree with it. But people are gonna make money off of it. Companies are gonna make money off of it, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Mm.
Ew.
Just wait until it's full reality where the shit hooks up to your head and it just beams the stuff right in your head. You won't even need sensors or anything.
Yeah, I think eventually, it probably won't happen in our lifetime, but towards the end of our lifetime, we're gonna see some crazy stuff. Just like, NASA said within the next 25 years, we're gonna find alien life. They're gonna do some. Humanity, the one issue that we have is we're self-destructive. We're going to create something or find something we had no business creating or finding.
Skynet.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anything that you guys forgot to mention that before we switch to the next topic?
Before the stuff comes out, Alex, make sure you have the super magnets ready to fry your hard drives in case the police come looking for you after all your virtual reality stuff.
Damn. All I gotta say is that technology is going to another level. I mean, whether if it's with gaming, helping out with like in the medical field and shit like that. But hey, there is a market for this pornography of VR. People will indulge in it very hard because they can make their fantasy woman or their fantasy man, or if you tranny, whatever
What
floats
the
your
heck?
boat. You know what I'm saying? If you want a she-male, you want that, whatever.
Unbelievable.
It's a neat. It's
Well,
gonna be a good market for some people.
Well, I'll just say this. They know it's controversial, but the problem is you're gonna have a lot of parents, a lot of naysayers, a lot of Mormon types who are gonna be like, hey, that's sin and this and that, and just because of the negative backlash, it's going to bring attention to this technology is coming. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do because right now, if people can't stop pornography, and yet people still feel the same way what you just recently brought up with in magazines and videos, you're not going to be able to stop it. It's licensed. It says it's warning. It's up to you as the parent to not let shit happen. If we end up hearing someone on the news that's saying like this dude jerked off like 50 fucking times off into a virtual reality or whatever, then that's not my fault. That's the parents' fault.
All
I
right.
gotta do your thing.
With that, we're gonna bring that to a close. New gaming order. This was a very odd topic to say the least. But
Well, you're
what
the
are your
one who wanted
thoughts?
to do it, Alex.
I know. I felt that it needed to be covered because it's a weekly gaming news podcast, and they have a right to know about this stuff, Chris. I'm just saying. But
When you say it like that, man, it makes it think you have some ulterior motives.
anyway, new gaming order. We bring this segment to an end. Nelson, do you want to go into PSAs next, or any topics you want to cover before?
I guess we could go into PSAs. I don't see anything else here that's relatively new, except for like a bunch of PSAs.
Okay, we'll pick them out during the intermission. But new gaming order, we are done with this particular topic. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We can always use your support. Shout out to Full Screen and to the rest of our viewers. Thank you so much. And an announcement: we hit 1,300 subscribers, and I did a simple updating of our playlist and put some stuff on NJ Fighting Scene, which is those of you in the New York, New Jersey area, check out New Jersey Fighting Scene on Facebook, and we put some lobby matches on there. So if those are the ones that subscribed and help us get to this milestone, thank you guys very much. We really appreciate it. Alright, with that, we out like the Juggernaut bitch. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the intermissions for those of you who are live. Peace. Alrighty.
Yeah, it's just a lot of PSAs from what I can see. Like the whole thing with the 360's preview update now supports 2 terabytes, and that other shit. The
Dead or Alive PC mods.
That you can talk about. You can talk about the malware sites hiding behind Steam things.
Oh yeah.
And then what was that? That hardcore fan making Metroid Fusion and Super Metroid into one game. I'm gonna talk about that because Nintendo might shut that down. I'm just saying,
Well, Square shut down that other game. The was it the Crisis Core? No, not Crisis Core. The one that was just released on the 1 and 4. I forgot which one. The one that had the demo for Metal Gear on it. I think that was the one, but they just shut that down because they released their own version of it. The fans had just released their translation because it was coming stateside, and then
okay.
They saw. But we talked about that before.
Okay, so we'll go live, and then anything.
I do want to just mention the Conquer thing real quick.
Okay,
so
that's fine. Okay,
you just give me a second to do that when it's time.
Okay, I'm about to go live in 3, 2, 1. New gaming order. We back like the Juggernaut bitch, and we are doing our public service announcement, aka PSAs, for our weekly wrap up of this podcast. All right, so this is the segment that we pretty much pull out random stuff that didn't really need a topic for the show. So with that, I'm gonna give On Your Knees the floor to bring up any topics or anything that our audience should know about. So Chris, take it away.
Yeah, so this is just a quick one. For those who were a fan of it, I was. Conker's Bad Fur Day, as part of Project Spark, is getting an episodic release starting April 23rd. The pricing starts at $5, and there's going to be a $10 version. But I don't have too many details on it. Unfortunately, at least for me, Project Spark on PC is only good for Windows 8 and later, which is only 8 or 8.1 at this point, or on Xbox One. So if you do have Xbox One, you can download Project Spark and check out the Conker's. It's Conker's Big Reunion. It's what it's going to be called. So it's looking good. It's staying true to the original. So if you're a fan of fighting giant turds as bosses, foul language and told in a
so
style.
they kept that mature content.
Yeah, that's what made the game work. It's got this cute little thing. But it's got a very, very adult-like British sense of humor to it.
Okay.
So they're trying to stay true to the original. The trailer doesn't show too much, but it's going to be out just in a couple weeks, so it'll give a chance for people to check it out. Unfortunately, I won't be able to, probably until they give the free Windows 10 upgrades.
Okay.
So I have a reason to get a Windows 10 upgrade now.
All right. Now, any other PSAs you got, Chris?
That was about it. I'm sure I'll have a comment for something later, making sure I take another dig at you, Alex, before we wrap up.
Unbelievable. You see, when Noop is off, now we got somebody else coming after me.
Well, I always go after you. Who are you kidding?
What? All right,
Don't you know
Shinmore.
I'm your designated oppressor, so I have to do what I can.
You know what? Don't pull out that Yu-Gi-Oh card. The blue eyes thingy.
The blue eyes white devil.
Unbelievable.
All right, Shinmore. Any PSAs? I know you got some MKX things you might want to chat about.
Yeah, I'm actually, while you guys were talking, I'm sitting here playing the MKX mobile game, which was released today. It's actually pretty good. It's like Injustice in a WWE game, but they put so much in it. If you guys are gonna get MKX, I would highly advise you sign up for a WB Play account, and so you can connect both your mobile game to your console games, just like Injustice, and you can have new unlocks, costumes, and I believe potentially new characters. So yeah, that's it.
Speaking of
And it's
characters, Rain.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second. It's available for iOS, and it's coming out later for Android devices.
Okay. Now with that, I know that Rain and another character was mentioned, and I think, I saw it in brief. I stuck it on the Facebook page, but do you have any info on that, Shimmer?
I'm trying not to spoil anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm trying to avoid, because like the PS4 version has been leaked since Monday from overseas countries, and people have been ordering them. So I've been avoiding streams. People been playing story mode, and so I've been avoiding it. But yeah.
And they wonder why people get banned or blocked. Like, don't mess it up for NetherRealm Studios. They're working really hard, and don't ruin the story. Don't stream it. You know what I mean? It's not cool. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. So, Nelson, any PSAs you got for us?
Well, I'll let you go first so I don't accidentally speak of something.
No, you can go ahead. I'm light on my feet like a cat. Meow.
Alright.
I'll just throw one out real quick then. We'll get it on the Facebook later, but there's a new Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which is the new
Yes,
Deus Ex
I heard
on
about
PC.
that. Mhm.
That looks ridiculous. It's all cinematic, and there's no in-game stuff, but the first one was really great. So this is looking to shape up really well. So as we get more news on that, I'll keep you guys up to date.
Okay. Nelson, go ahead.
Alright, first things first, if you guys haven't heard already, if you have the 360 preview update, which they keep hassling me about, which I am not going to do because that console's not being played no more, you're now able to support up to 2 terabytes of external memory usage now with the console. There's been a lot of people asking for that on the 360 because of all the recent downloadable content, the arcade games, the free games with gold. They take up a lot of memory, so they're kind of compensating for that. So you're able to add 2 terabytes as much as you can. You can add up to, let's see, 1, 2, probably up to 4 2 terabytes on it, because it has 2 USB ports in the back and I think 2 in the front. So you'll be able to add up to like what is that, like 8 terabytes of external memory if you so desire. I doubt anyone's gonna need that much for the 360, because it's not like how the next gen is where it eats up your memory.
Yeah, because the games are no more than like 7 to like an average like 9 gigs. You know
the largest that they've ever seen on the 360 was 21.7 gigs. The largest on the 360. So I don't think it'll go any further. And on the PS3, the largest they've ever seen was up to 30. So I hopefully doubt that they're gonna go that hard, unless if it's like DLC extensions. Like, I can tell you right now, whoever is fucking crazy out there to get Rock Band 2 and all of its DLC right now, your 250 gigs are gone.
Wow, is that much?
Yeah, like all the DLC content is ridiculous.
Yeah, because like every major song that came out after that game came out was put on Rock Band.
Oh my god.
So you're talking about like 15,000 plus songs. So
Okay.
that's crazy.
So that was a moneymaker right there for that game.
Okay. Now, are you?
No, you could go if you want.
Okay.
I'll
New Gaming Order. You guys know I'm a big Dead or Alive fan. The PC version has done something really cool. You know, many of us have been asking for a Shenmue 3, Yu Suzuki, and AM2. It's not gonna happen unless it looks like Sony is probably closer to closing in on making this a reality. But while we wait, Dead or Alive PC modders have created Lan Di and Ryo Hazuki, And you know, I'm gonna pick up the PC version for that reason, just so I can get these mods. And you know, the best thing about having PC games, legitimately acquire them and mod the hell out of them. Have fun, have to play with it. You know, and it's good that Tecmo Koei didn't go into this cease and desist type thing, because it's like, okay, it's gonna bring attention to that franchise. So, I mean, it looked pretty cool seeing the stills of Ryo and Landi fighting. Now, I don't know who they did, but I think Ian and you know, whomever else could
I
fit the
think
role.
it's Ian and Jan Lee. That's the character swaps.
I think that's smart. Now, what they, you know, Dao Long, the female from Shenmue 2, should be put in there, and you know, all the other characters. I think that would be really, really cool. You know, or I think they should have used Akira, because Akira actually fights more like Ryo from. You know,
Right, that is true, but they kept Akira. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when you get your hands on the game and you see who the mod is like technically for.
Okay.
Welcome to the benefits of PC gaming, Alex.
Yes, I am
Let's
very.
see.
And it's funny that my PC is actually running better today, and I was concerned because I haven't had any shuddering, Nelson.
Well,
so.
Right, that's good. I would like to mention, like I said, I give no two fucks at the moment right now, but you know, shout outs to Long Island Joe for keeping it as realistic as possible with not showing any MK footage directly on his stream and playing the game on the side and not breaking any, you know, bylaws and stuff like that. But to everyone else who was supposedly named as a tester for the MK community or the NetherRealm Studios community, y'all all fucked up, because y'all got the game early, you're testing it, and you're streaming the shit live, going against the code and conduct of the actual company, and expect yourselves to enter the next big tournament that they're gonna have on the Xbox with ESL. That is very wrong of you. All the testers that did that, except for Li Joe, because I recently had a conversation with that man, and he's respectfully doing the right thing.
Yep.
But to everyone else,
He has honor.
yeah,
So,
he's not gonna get himself into further trouble than is necessary. What else? 1.8 gigabyte patch for MKX will be available as of right now. If you guys have already pre-ordered the game, you'll be able to download the stability patch, which fixes, you know, a couple of bugs here and there with like the character unlocking, some of the health, and you know, keyframes and stuff like that. You know, like little baby shit. Apparently there was a false rumor that Donna Brooke confirmed that Hideo Kojima did get fired from Konami. That is false.
On your knees and I were talking about that before.
Yeah, he's still denying it, but I think he's under an NDA or something like that until the new Metal Gear's out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Eventually he's gonna come out. Like, if he did get fired, that's a crying shame, you know. But
right. Also, if you guys haven't already heard, Treyarch is already making the next Call of Duty Black Ops 3. If anyone gives two fucks about Call of Duty anymore.
You know what? The last thing I'm gonna say on PSAs is this: oversaturating the market with Call of Duty. I think they should do every other year and expand the game further.
Oh, I just remembered. We didn't cover the 2K games thing.
Well, you gotta remind me.
I sent you the link. Well, you can finish up this topic. I'll bring it up.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Call of Duty. Imagine if Street Fighter came out every year. SNK before they merged with Playmore got smart with King of Fighters doing it every year, and it became hard to become different. So when they switched to King of Fighters 12 and 13, they have bigger gaps in between, and you saw the quality go into each product. So I think that they need to, instead of switching the studios, like, who's gonna buy Call of Duty every year? Unbelievable.
The 12 and 13-year-old little kids that get freaking money from their parents,
because
and
it almost
also
makes me regret that I got this most recent Call of Duty. You know what I mean? It's just
Well, the thing is, the Call of Duty is supposed to represent something slightly different than the other previous versions. That's what they allegedly say, and they try to convince you to buy the next alliteration of their versions because it's technically like getting a big ass upgrade, but you're not really
but they
getting
should do
much.
it within the games. Buy every 2 years, then you buy a
They're
new
not.
game.
They're not gonna do that, Alex.
It's about the money, I know.
If they know that they can easily convince you, hey, it's a new Call of Duty. Buy it, make us millions. They're gonna fucking do it. Same
It
thing
just
with
turned
Halo.
into Madden. It should be Madden of Duty.
Halo's the same thing, dude. It doesn't matter. Anytime
Shut
when
up,
Halo,
I was even
anytime,
trying to
No,
be funny.
that was good, man. That's a lot better than these guys gave you credit for.
anytime when Halo comes out, that game is an instant buy. Anytime when Madden comes out, instant buy. Anytime when a 2K basketball,
But to Halo's
MLB The Show.
credit, Halo doesn't come out every year.
Oh no, it doesn't matter if it comes out every year. It's just expected. Just like how it's expected of Call of Duty. No matter what Call of Duty it is, it could be Call of Duty See Black Butts. They'll still get it because it's the
What?
name. The
What'd you say?
name.
You said
The-
see black butts.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
The
Yes, that
name
sounds like
itself. The name itself sells. Okay. So it's not gonna matter. Like the game
Call of
is just gonna
Duty.
make all that money. It's not like we can expect another Dragon Ball Z game to come out and that to sell millions. No, it's a very rare thing that Xenoverse did well.
a new new. Yeah.
Very rare
Yeah.
for a DBZ title. So there's just certain games that people will favor for.
But you know
and
what?
it's
Because
sad.
now that you say that, how much you gonna bet? You'll see another Xenoverse. There'll be Xenoverse.
I mean,
too.
yeah, there's
I
gonna be
guarantee
another
you.
Xenoverse, just like how there's always gonna be another Call of Duty game until someone from that company just, is fed up with it.
But the
But
one
you
thing
can't
that they don't
argue with
realize,
this.
every time they keep Call of Duty this, Call of Duty that, you see them selling less and less each year.
I don't know.
They still make
It-
more than enough money back.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
got-
But it's not like
they also see they sell, which they probably don't report in their sales figures, and where they make some of that extra money back.
And
Yeah,
you know what? The funny thing, all that DLC is made in advance, and they just
Yeah.
piece the game out to you. So it's whatever. But
Yeah, that's what happens with video games when corporate. You get a lot of that, let's recycle this shit every year. It happened to Blizzard, happened to all the EA properties, all the Activision properties now. It's
That's right.
okay.
You're absolutely right.
Now,
That's
with
why-
that being
that's wh-
said, oh, go ahead.
No,
I'm
that's
trying
why
to
you
s- Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's why you got to stop buying their shit to get them to stop.
Okay. So Nelson, you wanna bring some closing comments before we wrap up?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else to speak of
Well-
real quick.
Well, the 2K games thing.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
go
wanna.
ahead.
Do you want to make that a separate topic,
No,
or you
no, go
want to
ahead.
just?
Go ahead.
All right. I know I sent you this, Alex, but I don't think you saw it. But apparently, 2K Games shut down the NBA 2K14 servers this week, and
What?
and here's the kicker: they deleted every save, including the saves local on the user's hard drives.
Why? Why? Like, wow, that is not cool, bro.
Yeah,
That
so that's
is-
why I wasn't sure if you want to make that a separate topic.
Now you know
or
what?
not.
To free play mode, Mr. Demizo is a very avid player of the NBA 2K franchise. So for that to happen, and those who didn't upgrade, or it's like they're forcing you to buy the next thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what
Yeah,
what they should do is have an incentive. Like, okay, if you got this 2K, they shouldn't be paying full price every year. I don't agree with
Well,
that.
sports games are where you can actually benefit from the early DLC. You pay full price for the game, and then every 3 or 4 years they have a full version. And then $20 to $30 here. Here's the new roster and here's these other software updates for you. But no, they got to be greedy. I do know at one point the 2K series were selling like $20 a game. I don't know what they're selling for now.
Full
so
price.
it is $60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay, if it was still 20, it's not a bad deal. $20 every year for a new
I mean,
sports game.
if we're talking about 2005 to 2007, yeah, that's when sports games were the shit because you had the one for the original Xbox, the ESPN football game. You also had the 2K basketball series, and you also had the NBA Live, all for $20. Then the next thing you know, they started going full price because they started people like literally buying into it. Then they came out with the season passes and the microtransactions, and it makes you feel like, damn, dude, I am wasting my time just as much as me playing like a World of Warcraft kind of thing. But it's just like you're playing fucking sports. Now, is this thing only done for like the pre-gen consoles, or is this just like a worldwide next-gen and pre-gen?
It was every version of the game, as far as I know, had their saves deleted.
I am going to call legendary Uchiha, and I am going to ask him because he is also a very avid 2K player.
Yeah, WC. It says here 2K said the career save files on the PS4 and Xbox One versions of the games would still be playable when they were shut down at the end of March. Oh, that's what they originally said. The all online files will not disappear, but rather they would turn off. Yeah, they originally said the save files wouldn't go away, but apparently they lied.
You know what? That's not cool. And you know what? If they're gonna do that, imagine all the hours that are put in.
Yeah, that's a class action lawsuit waiting to happen.
Now you know what? Imagine if it was a big MMO game and it's like, okay, we're moving on to the next game and delete all your saves.
Oh, they'd be done. Blizzard would be done if they did that.
Well, with that being said,
China, Korea would just shit on them. Essentially, is what would happen.
All right. Well, with
now,
that,
closing remarks you wanted me to speak.
Yeah,
okay,
because we're going overtime.
Guys, just thanks for watching the podcast of every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and that will be like what 5 p.m. Pacific time, I guess. If you guys are watching from the 4. Okay.
No, it is 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 3 hours.
All right, so 5 p.m. Pacific time for you people on the West Coast. Mostly appreciated. We got to what you said, 1,300 subscribers.
Now
on
it's
the YouTube
1302.
Okay, so look at that.
Nice.
Now, over 1,300 subscribers on the YouTube channel.
And this is coming from when we first merged. We were only at like 900 something. You know, like not even. I think it was 732, and then we're almost about to hit double. You know, so thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
Also, again, as I mentioned earlier, when I was in my anger state of mood, that for you guys expecting to have MKX on a worldwide company release, that might not happen. We probably might only have 2 people to be able to stream that game. If you guys would like to see more games, as we keep mentioning and telling you guys before, we do have other things to prioritize in life. If you want to donate, that would be mostly greatly appreciated, such as an example, we have NYC Playboy, which is right now in Afghanistan, and he regularly donates and streams to the company to see us, you know, go on further in becoming something greater. And it doesn't hurt if you put in $1, $5, whatever amount you guys want to contribute. Even if you don't want to contribute that, but like here's a $20 gift card, or here's a free game, or go to this Connect. Anything to help out the company is fine. Just don't give us food, because we're not a bum.
Unbelievable. All right, with that being said, I want to thank the New Gaming Order panel for participating this evening. I want to say shout out to Full Screen for partnering with us. Shout out to Danae of Tough Nerd Toys. We were talking about working on a project together, so I probably will have him on next week because there's some things he wanted to cover. Shout out to Takuma. It was just late, you know. We'll work it out for next week, all right? So with that being said, this is New Gaming Order. Check us out on newgamingorder.com, where we'll archive most of our videos. Make sure you hit us up on Twitch and all our other social media. And again, we really appreciate your support. And you know, if you want anything to be done on here, if you can help contribute, that'd be great. So with that being said, we out like the Juggernaut bitch. We'll see you next week, 8 o'clock time frame. Be easy. Take it easy. Alright, local recording is off, and director's cut is still rolling.
Well, the only person who's in here now is Slinky Jim and the Ghost Missile.
Ah, okay. Oh, I didn't hit my Mugen topics, but I'll set that up for another thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, Chris, what are you streaming tomorrow?
I'm gonna do more ESO. I'm gonna do more PvP again.
Okay.
I don't really have any games I picked up lately that are gonna be fun to watch.
You know what you should start playing, Chris? Dungeon
What's that?
Fighter Online. That is a freaking awesome
I have
game.
played that. You were supposed to play that with me, but you disappeared.
You know what? They updated it, and then I freaking got sidetracked. But I probably will be joining because there's some folks that actually were playing before that were like, hey, they saw an old NMO video with Anomaly, and I was playing with the priest. and they said, "Oh, when are you gonna play that game again?" So I was like, "All right, fine. We'll go ahead and bring some of that back." You know.
I got like 90 games I'm playing right now. Why don't you? I'll tell you what. Are you? Nah, that's still in beta. I'm trying to think of what else you can play with me on. Or we could still do the Fantasy Star Online thing that we were trying
Yeah,
to
you know what? Okay, I gotta schedule the day
Oh,
setups. Now,
shoot.
let's say we do team up. You can stream it, and I'll just be in your party or your.
yeah, and we just gotta we can't put it on well
No,
we can mute
it can't be on YouTube. We can put
well
it
we
on
can mute
Twitch.
the music because I think that was the issue, right? The
Yeah.
music got us in trouble.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we could,
the lobby music that was Zelda.
Yeah.
It was Nintendo. Nintendo
Yeah,
hit me with that, yo. Like, come on, man.
yeah, I remember at one point it was playing Star Wars.
Yeah, but it
So
didn't
that's
even. It wasn't even that. It was Nintendo that hit me.
yeah, no,
with
Nintendo's
that.
what got you on that. But
So
yeah,
I
we
had
can
to
just
take it off or edit it. You know.
yeah we can mute the or yeah you can edit out the lobby scenes.
Okay.
We'll just make sure it's all PSO stuff. But we gotta, we'll pick a day, a weekend, and we can just do that for a while. I do have off that 1 week, so
Yeah,
if you want to do
what?
something,
When I'm finished with my Rayman and Infamous First Light, then I can actually intertwine that with my Saturday morning TV segments. But this week is gonna be preempted because I have drill this weekend. So
drill.
yeah, if you want to stream in my place, you can do that too.
Well, that's fine. I got a couple PC games that I forgot I purchased that I've been looking to play. If you guys ever heard of Homeworld, I bought that when they launched a remaster, and I forgot that I bought it. So just downloaded that. But that one's gonna be like watching paint dry.
Oh, okay, we'll work
But
it out.
it's one of those. It's a slow moving. It's a very good game, but it's a slow moving RTS. So those kind of games aren't really that much fun to watch.
Okay, we'll make it work. And then
See, it's
oh no, you know what? Just watching this news, this guy got shot in the back 8 times.
Oh, that's what prompted the bear thing I sent you. Oh,
Yeah.
for you guys that don't know, it's on Alex's Facebook, but it's a thing. It's a PSAs on how to respond to bears. But someone changed bears to police officers and
It had the hat on the bear, and then
and a pistol, and they changed hiker to African American.
yeah.
So
And
that's
you know
what all
what?
those references were.
It turned into the Chris Rock "How to Not Get Your Ass Kicked by the Police" segment from HBO.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but with
But yeah,
that,
you should put 2K game thing on there too. That way people have it.
okay, we'll do. And with that, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. So, Ghost Missile, thank you very much for checking us out, and thank you, Jim. Thumbs up. See you next time. Director's cut complete.